Alright guys, so those of you who've been watching for a while, remember I made this, it's kind of the first metal making thing I did, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, made this glove box because I didn't want to pay the ridiculous price for the fiber board factory replacement. So I thought this would last a lot longer. I didn't have the factory one was gone. It was that fiber board from the factory, and it was just, there was just little chunks of it left where the screw holes were. So anyway, I fabricated this one up. I made sure that my windshield wiper motor, because the arm, oops, oh, I'm zooming in there, goes from there up to right around, and let's see, where is it? Somewhere right around right here. So the arm goes up through there. Made sure I cleared that. I forgot about the defroster vent, and that does not clear my glove box that I built. So we were getting ready to mount my fuse boxes, my fuse blocks inside my glove box, because that's where they're going to be. No go. So I guess what I'm going to end up having to do is notch my glove box, which means that I'll probably end up welding the thing up instead of riveting it together. That's not the end of the world, but yeah. So, you know, it happens. I've had to re-engineer several things on this, so this is just the next one that I have to re-engineer. So I'm going to tinker around with it here. I'm going to see if maybe if I reverse that, if it fits. And I can, but see, it's got, here's the, this is what they look like. So I'm going to set it up here so I can use my hand. There we go. If you look at it, it's got a slight curve in it. And so I don't know if I can do anything with that one in there. If it's a question of turning it around and just routing the hose different, I'm fine with that, because I got to run new hose anyway. But see, it's got a seal on here and everything, and I don't know if it's going to work the opposite way. So we're going to mess with that before I cut into this. Basically, I'm going to have to cut like this and then down and across. There'd be a chunk in this corner missing, which if I got to do that, what I'll do is I'll cut along here and along here and just kind of inverse this, so we'll have a section in here that's comes in. Then the wonderful part is I don't know if there's room for my glove box or for my fuse panels in there, so what I may end up having to do is I may just have to cut this. I may just have to shorten the depth of this, however many inches that is, which if that's the case, that's the case. That will be easier work, but you know, as you've seen most of the stuff so far, I haven't taken the easy route yet. But that may be what I end up doing, because if I just put the corner in here, my fuse boxes won't fit. But if I bring this up by shortening it from here back, I'll be able to mount my fuse blocks on here still and still run the wires out of it. So that may be what we end up doing. I'll see how short it'll make it. If we'll make it so short it's useless, then we won't do that. But all right guys, here we go, back to the drawing board. Right?
Yep.
All right, so after measuring, test fitting, and thinking, I decided the best thing to do is notch it. Otherwise I would have only ended up with a 4-inch deep glove box and only maybe 3 inches of it usable, because we would have had this in there. So we're going to notch it, and we may end up mounting these to the back. We'll see how easy they are to access. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. I may end up putting one here, and maybe one on the side, or one on this side. I don't know yet. I gotta think about it. Or we may end up putting it someplace else completely. But this is the only way this glove box is gonna fit in here, so. It's getting close to lunchtime, so I'm getting hungry, so I'm not thinking straight. So before I cut, I'm gonna eat, and then maybe come out and cut this, and I'm hoping I can use this metal that's left over to fill in my little box here. And most likely we'll have to just weld that in. So, all right, we'll see what we come up with. Yeah, there's a piece we cut out. See where the defroster comes down. I couldn't turn that around because the curve, it didn't fit then. So, gotta run it that way. So I'll cut up some panels to go in here. I'll probably bend one piece, one L piece to go in there, and then weld it in. So yeah, that's what we got going. Now, as far as these are concerned, they will probably no longer go in the glove box because it's just not enough room to run my wires out. You see, I just attached those on there to see how I could get away with it, but they will fit on the back side. So I think I may put them on the back side, as long as the windshield wiper motor is not, or the windshield wiper arm is not in the way, which I don't think it is. We'll stick them back there. They'll be out of the way, out of sight. I think that'll work. I can't figure out any better place to put them unless I could maybe mount them one over there in the behind where the kick panel is going to go, and maybe one over here where the kick panel is going to go. But this side worries me because we got this vent. There is a cover that goes over it, but I don't know. We may end up doing that. Maybe I could build something that kind of folds down here. I don't know. But you know, I haven't terminated any of the wire ends yet, so that's not a problem. If I have to trim them, I have to trim them, and that's not a big deal. But inside those kick panels might work. Just build a little bracket that goes there, and then when I make the kick panel covers, they'll just have to have a little they'll have to come off easy enough to access if I need to. But anyway, so this is good till I put I may have to trim it a little bit more this way because it's just barely clearing right here, and once I bend a piece to put in here, it's not going to clear anymore. So that's what we got going. All right, guys, it's about time for me to clean up and get ready for work, I think. So I'm going to try and throw this up today. If I don't, I'll throw it up tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be out in the garage for sure because Katie and Olivia and Emily are going back to school shopping with my mom, and my wife and her mom are going up to Tahoe for the night. So when I first get home, I have a follow-up appointment for my surgery last week or a few weeks ago. So yeah, I got that stuff to take care of, but hopefully I get a little garage time in tomorrow. If I don't, no big deal, but we'll see how it goes. So you guys take it easy, be good, and we'll talk to you later.